What is up, Ravens flock? Huge shout out for your support for the 410 Sports Talk. James and Glenn are the best in the business. They're killing it right now. They love talking Raven talk. Make sure you go subscribe to their channel. Let's go Ravens. Big trust.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of 410 Sports Talk. James Haskell along with my co-host Glenn Martin. And tonight we got some reporting to do. The Ravens have made a move to their roster, and following this move, we're assuming there will be additional moves to be made. So we're going to get into that. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give us a like, leave all your comments below. We love interacting with you guys and love reporting on the Ravens, pontificating on the Ravens, opinionating on the Ravens, all the above when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens. So, Glenn, the news for the Baltimore Ravens is what?
Yes, the Baltimore Ravens have waived running back Le'Veon Bell. The experiment is over. It was short-lived, Jimbo. It's kind of similar, I guess, to the Dez Bryant signing last year, except for Dez stuck around a little bit longer than Lev Bell was able to. But a little surprising, I guess, in the sense that what did they need to cut the guy for? Like what's the roster space needed for? The only thing I can say about why they were why they decided to do this is that Latavius Murray must be showing that, or they must be expecting Latavius Murray back in this football game, because everything we aired about John is that Tyson Williams needs to do more to get more time on the field, whether that's on offense or he even mentioned special teams. So it doesn't sound to me like it's a reflection of Tyson Williams being ultra impressive in camp or in practice. It must mean that Latavius Murray is on his way back to the field this Sunday.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, and that's something that initially came to my mind as well. But there's another name that I want to throw in the mix, and it's one that I've been reading about as well, and that is Ben Cleveland. I think that Ben Cleveland is another name of a guy that will be returning, that's expected to be returning. And maybe what they did was they said, okay, well, we need offensive line help more than we need running backs. These running backs, except Devontae Freeman, none of them have really done too much to set themselves apart.
Yeah.
It was kind of a default thing, right? And that's why my real question was, and you kind of talked about it, what was the determining factor between Le'Veon instead of Tyson? And I'm still not sure. Maybe it's the familiarity with Tyson Williams. You know, he's been here for a while. Le'Veon is certainly a better pass blocker. I think that's a well-known fact. And in addition to that, I do think he was trending in the right way. While his stats were miserable, as a Raven, of course, in the best, well, right now we're not the best rushing team in the NFL history, but we are the number one. However, it is a bit of a facade. He had 31 rushes, 83 yards, averaged 2.7 a pop, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. So they're not losing a lot of production, that's for sure.
Yeah, so I'm not concerned about it from a production standpoint, but my question to you, Glenn, is that what do you think it was? Like that I'm interested to know what your thoughts are. What do you think it was that decided that was the determining factor for keeping Tyson Williams and not Le'Veon Bell? Because Tyson hasn't done much to, blow my hair back either, right?
Yeah, to me, the only thing I can assume is that they felt that Le'Veon Bell was the least likely to be signed by another team. And now they can use him as a guy who's basically an extension of the roster. And if there is an injury again at the running back position, they can call him and he'll come back. And he already has an understanding of the offense. I think Tyson Williams, maybe they're concerned that with his level of tenure, you can sign him for a much cheaper price. And they're maybe worried that he wouldn't get through waivers. I'm not sure there. Obviously, Devonta Freeman, I think he's shown enough to where if he were all of a sudden available, I think a team would definitely, give him a call and have him come in, because he's shown that he's got some bursts and got some explosiveness.
He's still got some stuff left in the tank.
No doubt. So that's the only thing I can think of, is that they felt that he was the least likely to be signed by another team, and they can continue to, they can still call upon him if the time, was deemed necessary. And Latavius Murray hopefully is back this week, because let me ask you this. Is there any chance whatsoever, maybe I'm crazy, any chance that Nate McCrary is influencing this decision at all?
I can see that as well. I can see that as well. Him being, look, what could end up happening is then, it ends up being the three guys end up being McCrary, Freeman, and Murray. Right now, this is the only thing is that, and this might be what's stopping them from doing that. I guess if you're only going to have 3 backs on game day, if you're going to have 4, then you can have McCrary and Tyson. But if you're only going to have 3, then if you have to take him off the active roster, right? You make him let's see, logistically, how does this work? Do you demote him to the practice squad? Do you not dress him on Sunday? Like, what do you do with Tyson to avoid him from being picked up by another team? Is I think what they're trying to figure out. You know, but I do agree with you. I think it's a great name, and I think, look, why not? What do we have to lose at this point, right? From giving this guy a try? Nothing.
No, I mean it's not like, even if you look at the snap count, it's not like Tyson Williams is bringing a lot to special teams. So
right.
Why not give Nate McCurry a shot, and let's see if we can, catch a little lightning in a bottle, and maybe he can spark the run game from a running back position. Because right now, to me, it's Lamar Jackson, and then if you get anything from the running backs, it's a good day.
It's just a cherry on top, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I'm happy. Latavius Murray seems like, from what we're hearing is that they expecting him to hopefully be able to play this week. But even when he was out there, I wasn't blown away by what Latavius Murray was doing. I mean, I was always hopeful that he would continue to get more familiar with the offense, his teammates, and that he would continue to get better. But up to the point before the injury, I wasn't blown away by his performance either. So I might not be, I kind of want to see what Nate McCrary has, unless they're just so disappointed with him, like when they give him opportunities to pass protect in practice, he just disappoint. I can't see, what the reasoning would be to not give the kid a shot, unless he's just been, obviously the worst back when practice is in session.
Yeah, because certainly in what we saw in preseason, running hard, putting his foot in the ground, moving upfield, what we need as far as a decisive north-south back, he definitely showed that in the preseason, different level of competition, and we get that. But that was all Tyson did too. So it's not like, I don't think there was a huge distinguishment between the two if you actually took a look at the tape in the preseason. So yeah, I agree with you. I think he's another name that you should mention there. So you're talking about Latavius, talking about him, McCrary, and then obviously Ben Cleveland outside of that position. But the other thing I want to say, I think the best case scenario for this running back room for the rest of the year, Glenn, is say what you want with Tyson and and Nate McCrary.
Yeah.
Like that would be a lightning in a bottle and well received and welcomed. But if that doesn't happen, it's got to be, 20-yard line to 20-yard line, Devontae Freeman. And then when you start getting closer in and you start getting into the red zone, that's the only place where I've seen Murray do some damage this year. He's had a few runs that are like 7, 8, 6 yards that he's gotten into the end zone, and he's a big back. Yeah. So I think that's our best chance as far as a combination for production from the running backs we have, based on what we've been able to see thus far. So it'll definitely be interesting, man. I'll be honest with you, I was a little surprised. I mean, surprised because I do feel Le'Veon Bell was trending, like, not that it was incredible, but his last game 2 games ago was okay.
Definitely his best game. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was a little surprised by it.
It's probably also the fact that, when's the last time Lev Bell played special teams? I mean, what are you really getting?
That's true.
So when you at least you can go to Tyson and be like, look, you got to step it up on special teams. You got to get things done if you want to get on the field. Maybe it's I don't know. Do you think there's any hesitancy to ask a guy with his type of veteran status to get out there and do a bit of the grunt work on special teams?
Or maybe they did, and he just was like,
I'd rather not. Yeah. That's possible. But I like that he left on a positive note. He sent out a nice message.
Yep.
Said that the Ravens flock kind of changed his opinion on this city and what it has to offer. And that was kind of a cool way to go out, which makes me think they may have said, look, we got you in our plans. If there's another injury here, another injury there,
you're our first call.
Exactly. So maybe we won't. Maybe this isn't the last time we've seen Le'Veon Bell wearing purple.
Throwing it out there, Glenn.
Yeah, I mean, Latavius has been battling this injury. If he comes back, and like a couple other guys, Derek Wolfe being the latest, who came back and then boom, another setback, and he's gone for the year. Maybe something happens, and Le'Veon Bell. Here's the thing: I doubt that he didn't. I doubt he did enough here to inspire any other team to want to grab him. So I think he'll be available if the time comes.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So let us know your guys' thoughts on I was about to say Latavion Bell. No,
That's
Le'Veon
kind of
Bell.
a
I'm
cool
like,
name, Latavion.
I do like that.
That's a cool
That is a
name.
good name. So let us know your thoughts on Le'Veon Bell being released by the Baltimore Ravens. I think that Glenn's point is well taken. You know, we talked about the decision between him and Tyson, but we also talked about Nate McCrary as a dark horse and potential guy that's pushing this room. Let us know what your thoughts are as far as why you think this cut happened, other than like Le'Veon hasn't played well, but who are they replacing him with? And let us know your thoughts in the comment below, and we'll talk to you in the comments below, and we'll talk to you guys.